Arresting an absconder from parole is always a potentially dangerous action. This situation was made more dangerous by Mr. Varelli's lengthy criminal history, his prior conviction and prison sentence for a firearms offense, the warnings to the fugitive team that Varelli may be armed, that came with lien, that came with the absconder warrant, the confrontation between Varelli and the fugitive team on April 2nd, Mr. Varelli hiding himself in that small, cramped location in which officers had limited ability to otherwise protect themselves, Mr. Varelli's refusal to comply with the orders of the officers to surrender himself to arrest, the orders of the officers to show his hands, and then Mr. Varelli's claim to be armed with a gun and his threat to kill the officers attempting to lawfully arrest him. The actions of the police at that moment, that Mr. Varelli moved towards them with his hands covered, must be judged from both the perspective of a reasonable officer on the scene. It cannot be judged from the standpoint of someone who's not involved and has the benefit of the 20/20 vision of hindsight. At that moment, in the cramped basement of the home, members of the fugitive team had reason to believe that Mr. Varelli was armed, that he would shoot at them, that would cause them death or great bodily injury. And in fact, that's exactly what Mr. Varelli was trying to convince them was true. The actions that the officers took were immediately necessary to protect themselves and each other from that danger. The seriousness of the threat posed, the need for immediate action, and the reasonableness of the police action is further shown by the fact that each of these experienced officers on the fugitive team fired their weapons multiple times. For those reasons, it is my decision as prosecuting attorney for Kalamazoo County that the members of the Michigan State Police 5th District Fugitive Team, including Deputy United States Marshal Tony Casper, Michigan State Police Detective Sergeant Kevin Conklin, who is now employed with another agency, Michigan Department of Corrections Investigator Thomas Johnson, and Battle Creek Police Department Officer Andrew Horn were justified in their use of deadly force to stop the immediate extreme threat posed by Thomas Matthew Varelli Jr. As a result, no charges will be filed by this office against any of them.